You are welcome to this tutorial as we are going to look at how to scale any DAO online using DS DAO's way. What is DS DAO way? You're going to be discovering what DS DAO way is and what is actually DS DAO. So let's get started. What is DAO? DAO stands for Decentralized Autonomous Organization. Decentralized Autonomous Organization are organizations without a central leadership. Okay, it is governed from bottom to up, unlike the traditional centralized system that we have. Okay, take this business or this company, for example, Alphabet. Alphabet is the owner of Google. Now, look at, they have many companies here. Each of these companies is being managed by someone that is in charge of every activity that is going there. So this is a centralized system, while what we have here, DAOs or decentralized autonomous organizations, do not have a central headman that manages the whole thing. Rather, DAO is a community managed system, okay? Or a group of people come together for a cause and they manage themselves. It's a community transparent system, unlike centralized organization, okay? So this is Aragon. Aragon is one of the stakeholders in DAO online, and these guys, they have a very big market share. They are doing awesome well. We have the key people who are talking about today, talking about DS DAO. That's the logo, DS DAO, and we have Maca. These three, they are using decentralized autonomous organization on their system. Okay, especially we're talking about the DAOs. We're talking about DS DAO. We're going to check out what DS DAO is. What is DS DAO? DS DAO is a centralized organization owned and operated by the community. It develops, governs, and grows DeFi protocol and products. So these guys, they are a decentralized organization online, and they operate a lot of products, as you're going to discover in this place. So they manage themselves. There's no central man who is in charge, no hierarchy of authority that is in charge. Community owned, community based, community rule, everything community. Let's go on. There's that product. They have this one. This one is called Swapper. This product is where you swap any coin. Okay, this is their alpha, this is their carrot, this is their omen, this is their DS golf. Okay, they have about 5 products and counting that they are coming up with, or they have already come up with. Okay, so DSDAO is a community delivering company that is online, practicing decentralized organization. Awesome. Let's go on. Now, DAO or decentralized autonomous organization, they have a problem. What is the problem? DAO, as a new innovation, has its own challenges. One of the greatest challenge of DAO, or one of the greatest challenges faced by DAO, is how to scale their own DAO. And we have a company or a DAO that have already done that, and we're going to expose what they actually do so that other people can learn and follow them and do the same thing. Many DAO often struggle with quorum and management or minimum threshold for proposal submission. How did DAO do it? Imagine you were doing 100 or hundreds of proposals per week, and suddenly surge on your DAO membership, which escalated proposal to 500 proposals per week. What will you do? How will you do it? If you don't have a system that can be able to carry it, what exactly are you going to do about it? There is a scenario with DS DAO, and we are going to discover what they actually did to solve their own problem. Consider, DS DAO started off like any other DAO currently and was also faced with this issue. How did they solve it? DS DAO started and grew to be doing over 1.5 proposals. To raise a fund, DS DAO sold their token and wanted to give voting rights to token holders, which increased their proposal and voting capacity. How do they solve this problem also? Because a lot of DAOs out there, they are facing similar problems. How did DS DAO solve their problem? Let's go. Now, the solution, the DS DAO's way, okay? DS DAO's way is the solution. That's the only solution. You need to check them out. They took 3 steps to solve their problem. 1, set up governance committee with charge to find solution. 2, committee recommended holographic consensus among other solutions. Committee and the solution was actually implemented. That's the 3 steps that these guys took, and fine. They are happy now they took such steps. Okay, so we're going to look at deep dive the committee recommendation, their solutions. We're going to take a deep dive on them and see how we can help other DAO cue in on what DS DAO is doing to solve their problem. Okay, a deep dive into governance committee solution recommendation. Okay, that's what we want to talk about right now. Okay, 3 key solutions to scale a DAO. 3 key solutions. Number 1 is holographic consensus. Number 2 is reputation-based governance. Number 3 is multi-chain base. Okay, DS DAO governance 2.0 put together the solutions that these guys have presented or what they use to solve their own problem, put them together with their experiences that they have managing a DS DAO for 2 years. It is what is called 2.0. That is their new government. They are going to improve on it with what they have already gotten and what they intend to achieve. They're going to put it together and it's going to be called governance 2.0. Okay, so what is holographic consensus? Holographic consensus is a decentralized governance system that allows for local decisions that guarantee to be in line with global opinion. Now, it's worth noting that generally DAO is like a living creature which has its own subjective mind, senses, perceives, think, make sense, and take decision. In particular, it has its own subjective right or wrong or good and bad rather than objective one. Okay, so every DAO has its own opinion. Okay, the output of his opinion is called global opinion. Global opinion equals DAO global opinion. Is simply the DAO's opinion about proposal under consideration. Okay, holographic consensus resolve the tension between resilience and scalability of the governance system. We're going to look at this. Look at this mass here. An effective DAO is equal to arrow. Arrow stands for resilience plus S. S stands for scalability plus D. D stands for decentralized. So an effective DAO is equal to arrow plus S plus D. Okay, that is what we are talking about. We have told you the meaning of global opinion. That is the decision of the DAO itself. Okay, a decentralized decision-making system will donate resilience if it ensures all decisions made in the DAO to agree with approximate opinion, global opinion. Okay, what we're saying is that for you to say a DAO is resilient, it must support or in agreement with decision the DAO itself has made. So while scalability refer to the ability to scale the number of decisions it can effectively made in a period of time. We are going to see more on this. So talking about scalability, we're talking about ability of the DAO to scale decisions. Okay, that is important. Scalable and resilient governance system, by definition, must enable decision to be made by a relative small amount of influence or vote, which is also called repetition, on behalf of the entire DAO, under the condition that those decisions are still ensure to be in good alignment with that global opinion. Okay. Others said simply mean that for a DAO to indeed claim to have a resilient or a scalable system, then it must be able to make quick decision. Okay, small quick decision that influence what is going on. Now we have what we call relative majority. Relative majority is the simplest solution to scale decision making power. It is the simplest solution to scale up. Decision making power is to have decisions approved by relative majority rather than absolute majority. An absolute majority is the majority of all the vote power in the DAO, all the vote power in the DAO. Absolute majority. For example, out of 100 equal agents, an absolute majority decision required the approval of 51 agents, and implicitly the active participation of at least 51 of them, very resilient and non-scalable. That is the problem with absolute majority. Absolute majority is resilient, but is not scalable. Okay, so that is where relative majority comes in. So we have two majorities. We have the absolute majority and we have relative majority. Relative majority approval requires the majority only out of those who voted on a given proposal in a certain voting time frame. A proposal is open, say for 1 week, by the end of which a decision is made. Only if only 9 out of 100 equals agent voted on this proposal within that week, it is enough that 5 of them support proposal in order to approve it. A relative majority voting system is indefinitely scalable, being able to process and reach a decision about a number of proposals at a given period of time. Now, let's look at an example. Okay, you have a DAO and you guys are up to 500. For you to make a decision, you need to have what you call quorum, and the quorum must be from 50% off. So 51 is considered a quorum. Okay, now the problem with that, the problem with absolute majority is that it's not scalable, but it's resilient. Okay, so in holographic consensus, there is a component called relative majority. This relative majority makes things fast, makes things scalable. Okay, this is a small group of people. Okay, let's say you did a vote. Okay, 500 of you. Out of 500 of you, it was only 10 that did the vote. Now, these 10 that did the vote, out of them, about 5 of them, or even less than 5 of them, make a decision that is consistent with DAO's decision, then that election is approved. That proposal is approved if it's in the yes. Okay, if it's in the no, it's no. Okay, so the point we're making is that holographic consensus helps to scale the DAO. Let us now see how DS DAO implemented their own. Holographic consensus is a key governance tool DS DAO employed to manage its quorum and process proposal effectively. It uses token staking and a mini prediction market to determine. Okay, this is how these guys implemented their own. Okay, is a key governance tool. Is a key governance tool for them. Okay, it helped them to manage quorum and process proposals effectively. So holographic consensus is number one tool that any DAO should be able to lay their hand on if they want to be effective, like that equation was showed from the beginning. Okay, so let's go over to reputation-based management. Just like the name implies, reputation-based management is about your reputation. It is governance system based on reputation. Reputation is earned. Yes, even in the real world, reputation is earned. Okay? The unit of reputation-based governance is REP. REP is an asset on Ethereum block network. It's very important to know that REP is not a token. It's non-transferable and can be slashed. Okay? REP is your voting card. Call it your voter's card. Okay? It is your ability, your right to vote on DAO. That is what REP is. Okay, so REP is not a token, it's non-transferable. You must be there to make your own decision on behalf of other people. REP is earned by contribution. For example, in DS DAO, you have to make a contribution, then you are going to benefit from, you are going to have your own REP. REP is issued for new contribution, inflection, supply, and diluting power. Okay, let's look at merits of reputation-based governance. It makes community to think long-term. Dilution enriches governance capabilities. It helps non-profit activities of the group. That is true because everything is not money. Because you earn a MEP, you just need to be around to make things work by doing your voting. So it helps non-profit activities. That's very, very true. Let's look at demerits. Demerit, it lacks incentive. That's true. It does not come with incentive. So I think to me it's very important. Yeah, I like it because it does not influence you. It does not influence the decision of the vote. It's just like that. Reputation holders control who gets reputation, and that's a problem. So if you're not a clue, if you're not in dev team, you may not be able to do these things. Okay, you just have maybe work more harder or something like that. It encourages bureaucracy. That's another demerit of reputation-based governance. Okay, let's see how DS DAO implemented reputation-based governance. DS DAO was launched in 2019. 1 million rep distributed to 399 addresses. Rep has inflected to 1.3 million rep through rep award to 14 new addresses. Fundraising. They use rep to launch DS token, which has a claim on DS DAO revenue. Raised 22K Ethereum, managing 11.4 million treasury, own and govern Omen, Prediction Market, and Misa. These guys, they are out. So you can see that they have proven that reputation-based governance actually work, okay? Because these are what they have been able to do for themselves. DS DAO uses meritocratic governance system that reward voting power to those who make contribution. This is very, very important, okay? To contribute to DS DAO product, community discussion, and strategies. Voting power is derived through REP, a non-transferable asset on Ethereum block network, just like we have said. REP accrued through a single Ethereum address, which is used to vote on proposal. Like reputation in real world, more REP is accrued when a community member contributes to DAO and is in contrast. The less a member participates, the member loses rep through inflation. How to get your own rep if you want to join DS DAO? Any community member that contributes to DS DAO, either by participating in community discussion, making posts on DAO Talk, or contributing to any meaningful way, may also receive rep. DS DAO currently operates a rep boost program where community members that make a contribution to DS DAO during a given month are nominated for a 0.1 rep boost. Community members that receive rep boost need to submit to claim it. So there's what is called rep boost. When you do more, you are giving more. More ability will be given to you. Okay? Then if you begin to do less, your reputation will also go down. That's what you have to note here. So DS DAO implemented and have enjoyed the reputation-based governance. Okay, let us move ahead. We are here, multi-chain basis. Let's see why multi-chain basis. Multi-chain basis is used to scale protocols and products. Okay, let's see how DS DAO implemented multi-chain basis. On Ethereum network, it houses their main treasury and ENS updates. On SDAO platform, that is where they pay their workers and buy back DS DAO. On Arbitrum 1, Swapper airdrop and new governance contract. Okay, these are how they scale out their systems in different networks so that their system will be balanced. Okay, so these are what you need to do in order to also experience the same balance and strong and resilient DAO. If you are thinking of going into DAO, these guys can be able to give you what you need to scale and prosper from this system. Okay, let's move forward. Governance 2.0, like we have said, what is governance 2.0? With 2 years of extreme decentralized DAO on the internet, DS DAO has learned a lot to share. Governance 2.0 is next generation governance system after learning a lot from what they have implemented so far. So you are invited to check out DS DAO at www.dsdao.ethereum.link, dsdao.eth.link. Okay, you see, this governance 2.0 of DS DAO is their new governance system that they have been able to filter out what is working, and they are building and crafting it more, repositioning it so that it can be able to be so resilient and scalable. That is what we're saying. I want to thank you so much for coming so far on this tutorial. We have been able to take a deep dive into the solutions that empower DS DAO to where they are right now. You also can be able to have your own DAO, learn from DS DAO, and do the same to get the same result. Thank you very much for watching this video. I am going to see you in the next video. Bye-bye from here.